man.
I am so excited for my Vine Zanzi. It's here adventure to the Northern Cape, and I'm right here in the original diamond town of South Africa, Kimberley. First things first, I need to get a bird's eye view of the area, so I'll be taking to the skies.
First named New Rush or Vooruitzicht in the 1800s, Kimberley is the capital city of the Northern Cape, a province slightly bigger than Germany, but home to only about 2% of South Africa's population. A must-see, of course, the Big Hole.
Colin, this is beautiful. Give me a bit of a history lesson on the Kimberley Hole.
This area here where the hole is, it was a hill. And the name of the hill was Colesberg Copy. And on this side of the museum, it was a farm. And the name of the farm was Vooruitzicht. And it was owned by Nicholas Johan de Beer and his brother. So one day, one of Nicholas' employees by the name of Damon de Munso came to work drunk, and he was punished and sent up the hill. So when he came back, he came with a hand full of diamonds, and it's when the rush started here.
And that is an incredible story. So they started digging this hole by hand.
Yes. So they had over 1,000 claims, and the size of one claim was 30 by 30 feet wide, and they dug the hole up to 240 meters, and it took them 13 years to dig this hole.
Put very simply, diamonds are formed from pure carbon over millions and millions of years. They reach the Earth's surface disguised as unassuming rocks.
So, Chris, tell me, what are these rocks all about?
These rocks, you find a lot of diamonds inside. So these rocks comes from the underground. So you used to crush that stone. Yeah. And after that, you find the diamonds inside.
So technically, if I sift through every single one of these rocks, I might find a diamond.
Yeah, you might. It depends.
It depends on?
On those rocks.
All right, well, I'll catch up with you later. I'm going to start sifting, all right? We're going to go underground a bit, all right?
Good luck, Ewan. Until Kimberley yielded its secrets, prospectors thought that diamonds were only found in rivers, as was the case in India and Brazil. Here it was revealed that volcanic pipes bring diamonds, and when you work hard, you need to play hard.
So I can just imagine for miners having worked a long day underground, coming up, they're just looking for a place to kick back, relax a little bit. Where would they go?
The best place for them to go was the Star of the West, because it was along the route of the tram. You can stand there, have a drink, and go back on the tram. It was some sort of preventing drunken driving by then.
First introduced to Kimberley in 1887, the trams were part of the public transport system for roughly 60 years. Ewan hopped off at the Star of the West.
When I've spent the day in the mines, I've worked hard, I'm tired, and here I am. This is what so many miners did back in the day. Tell me a bit about the history of the Star of the West.
You've got history under your elbows. The bar count is from the original ship, Star of the West, stranded in about 1895. Counters, everything was fetched from the west coast. Ship was stranded. Off they went, they fetched it on ox wagons, brought it back, and there it is.
And who was Diamond Lil?
Diamond Lil was from England. She came through with a guy coming through with the diamond rush. He stranded her in Cape Town, and then she heard about the diamond rush in Kimberley and came through and decided, oh, I'm going to start a tavern. And started more than a tavern, and she made it.
It's rumoured that Diamond Lil's nimble maids of the night made more of a fortune than most of the miners. Ewan moved on to a venue in Galashiwe, which is one of South Africa's oldest townships.
Give you a bit of a background on the premises. When did it start? How did it come about?
Ekhaya is now in existence for the past 7 years. The piece of land that you're seeing here was a dumping site. So there was literally nothing when I arrived here. So we started building accommodation facilities, 6 rooms, and then later on I started to build this part where we're sitting now.
And I'm sure here guests really get the chance to immerse themselves into the local community.
Coming to Ekhaya will give guests exactly that, because it's very close to town, but it's also in the center of the township. So this is where people meet of different cultural groups and beliefs and status. This is the place to be.
They also offer overnight accommodation in modern rondavels, so guests may experience a tad of luxury in the township's vibrant heart.
This is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to just take my shoes off, put my feet up, and fall back on the bed.
So, dude, we're having this whole throwback to the 50s show today, and everyone's enjoying it. But I don't get it. People don't really believe that I look like Frank Sinatra. Well, why is it? I don't get it. Bob Chase.
You so look like Frank Sinatra, like old brown eyes.
Totally. What? Okay, wow, that just kind of...
Yeah, you see?
Look, there's Frank Sinatra, and you look at this. Okay, maybe I should just kind of loosen my tie a bit. You know, I can...
No, dude, I was just
Fly
joking.
me to the moon and let me sing. That kind of...
Yeah, dude, no. Frank Sinatra all the way.
Thank you very
Love
much.
it. Anyways.
I've been very impressed with your cooking skills, by the way.
Dude, my cooking skills rock, eh? It's all because of espresso. I've been cooking a lot, and I met up with Christelle, head chef at the Protea Hotel there in Kimberley, to make this. Listen to this: a dukkha-crusted kudu with citrus sauce.
Wow, now that will fly you to the moon, baby.
Check that out.
Woo.
Kimberley's at the heart of venison country, and no adventure is complete without a little bite of local cuisine. Ewan's lending a hand.
I'm here at the beautiful Protea Hotel Kimberley with the iconic big hole just behind me. And I'm joined by the head chef, Christelle, who's going to whip up a very special dish this morning. A dish that she feels represents the Northern Cape the best. Christelle, what are we going to make this morning?
Today we're making a dukkha-spiced kudu loin with some braised red cabbage, some potato rosti, and a summery citrus sauce.
Take me through the ingredients. What are we going to need for this?
We're going to need our dukkha spice, and our dukkha spice entails cumin, coriander, sesame seeds, and mixed nuts, equal parts of each. And then we're going to marinate it overnight, which is going to enhance the flavor of our kudu. We're also going to need some red cabbage for our braised cabbage, 1 cup of red wine and 1 cup of balsamic vinegar, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 of a cinnamon stick.
Of course, you can make this recipe yourself at home just by SMSing the keyword SAT to 33728, and we'll send you all the ingredients you need to make this dukkha spiced kudu loin. Right, Christelle, let's go for it.
Right, I've toasted the sesame seeds. I'm going to combine it with the cumin and the coriander, and then I'm going to grind it into a powder. Then we're going to spice the kudu loin with it. So this is our spiced kudu loin. We're going to let it marinate overnight. If you can't overnight, 6 hours is fine.
All right.
And then we're going to start on our braised red cabbage. I've shaded it, and then we're going to add our balsamic vinegar and our red wine, our brown sugar, and our cinnamon stick. And this will go into a saucepan, and we will allow it to caramelize.
All right, so now it's time for the rosti.
Yes, we're going to peel our potatoes, slice our onions, and grate our potato.
Ewan adds finely chopped spring onions, freshly squeezed lemon juice and cake flour to the grated potatoes, and lastly, beats an egg into the mixture. Fry it on both sides till it's brown.
Next up is our sauce.
Good.
Okay, we're making a summery citrus sauce.
For the sauce, Chef Crystal uses both oranges and lemons. The secret here is to stir constantly over a low heat until the sauce is smooth and thick.
And here we have our already marinated kudu. Now you're busy portioning the meat.
Portioning the meat.
All right.
We're going to keep it at about a 200 gram fillet.
Great. You can make mine a little bit bigger.
There's our 200 gram portion, and we're going to sear that off in a hot pan.
If you like well-done steak, a tip is to place it on a baking sheet in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for a few minutes.
And for the last thing, the asparagus.
I've got some asparagus. I've topped off the stems, peeled it, as you can see, and then I've fried it in a Vermont. It's equal parts of butter and water, and you just toss it in the pan, some salt and pepper, and then you can serve.
Easy as that, and that's going to round off this dish very nice. So I guess all that's left to do is to plate. Beautiful. And there we have it, the end result. Remember, SMS the keyword SAT to 33728, and you could be making this at home yourself.
Explore Mzansi and discover whatever you're looking for. It's here. Go to www.vayamzansi.mobi and book now.